The geographic North Pole is located in the middle of the Northern Hemisphere. This polar point lies in the Arctic Ocean, covered by thick ice sheets. Reaching the North Pole has long been a dream of humankind. However, conquering this unique natural environment, which is vastly different from the rest of the world, is no easy feat. Thus, the North Pole remains a dream destination for adventurers. In this discussion, we will delve into the geographic North Pole, a region often referred to as the Arctic. The name Arctic originates from the Greek word Arctikos, meaning northern. At the very center of the Arctic lies the geographic North Pole. Unlike a fixed point, the North Pole shifts by about 30 feet every year due to the Earth's axial wobble. Unlike the South Pole, which is situated on the continent of Antarctica, the North Pole lies at the center of the Arctic Ocean, the smallest and shallowest ocean on Earth. Interestingly, despite being an ocean, the North Pole is rarely visible as water because it is mostly covered by thick ice due to the extreme cold. The ice sheet here is about 6 feet thick, and the depth of the sea beneath it is approximately 13,410 feet. Beneath the water lies the submerged Lomonosov Ridge, an undersea mountain range extending from Russia to Canada. Approximately 10% of the world's freshwater is stored in the Arctic's ice. This vast ice-covered region reflects a significant amount of sunlight, playing a critical role in regulating Earth's temperature. The history of conquering the North Pole is filled with disputes. The primary challenge has always been the thick ice, which makes reaching the pole by ship or on foot nearly impossible. In 1909, American explorer Frederick Albert Cook claimed to have been the first to reach the North Pole, but his evidence was deemed insufficient. Later that year, another American, Robert Peary, also claimed to have reached the North Pole, but his claim was also found lacking. It was later established that Robert Peary was the closest to the actual North Pole using the navigational tools available at the time. However, it was not until 1926 that Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen definitively reached the North Pole using an airship named Norge. This airship was initially lifted by hydrogen gas and then propelled by diesel engines. As Amundsen flew over the pole, he did not physically set foot on the geographic point. In 1948, a team of Soviet researchers became the first to set foot on the geographic North Pole, arriving by aircraft. The first vessel to reach the North Pole was the USS Nautilus, a submarine, in 1958. In 1968, American explorer Ralph Plaisted reached the North Pole on a snowmobile. Despite these achievements, no one reached the North Pole on foot until British explorer Wally Herbert succeeded in 1969 using dog sleds. Historically, navigators used the North Star, or Polaris, to determine direction. While other stars change their positions in the night sky, the North Star remains aligned with the North Pole, helping sailors identify directions. Despite the challenges, Russia's massive icebreaker ship 50 Years of Victory is capable of navigating through Arctic ice to reach the North Pole. However, due to global warming, Arctic ice is melting faster than anticipated. Scientists predict that by 2050, ships may be able to navigate the Arctic Ocean effortlessly. While this would reduce shipping costs between Europe, America, and Asia, the resulting climate change could have devastating consequences worldwide. Compared to the South Pole, the North Pole is relatively warmer. However, the harsh climate still makes it unsuitable for human habitation. Despite this, indigenous people known as Inuit have lived in the Arctic for thousands of years. The Arctic region includes parts of Greenland, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Iceland, Russia, Canada, and the United States. Today, the Arctic region is home to approximately 4 million people. The world's largest island, Greenland, is also located in this region, with most of it lying within the Arctic Circle.